Hello everyone, how are you doing? This is Chris, and today I've got the final of the assault rifles weapon guides. Today we're going to take a look at the FN FAL. So the FN FAL is a weapon that originated from Belgium and has been used by over 90 countries around the world. Interestingly, in the Falklands War, it was the weapon of choice of both sides, being the British Army, which was the weapon used before the SA-80 was introduced, and it was also used by the other side, the Argentinians. So I think that's one of the only conflicts in the history of wars and military conflicts that the same weapon was used on both sides. So in Black Ops, it's in the assault rifle category, and it's unlocked at level 32. Being a semi-automatic weapon like the M14, it has the high damage ratings of 50-40, that's 50 up close and dropping off to 40 at long range. This makes it a very powerful weapon that enables a 2-shot kill up close and a 3-shot kill at distance. One of the main differences between the FAL and the M14 is the recoil. Both have quite a moderate recoil, but the difference is the FAL has a bit of imbalance between its left and right figures, so like the M14 will just keep on shooting upwards and upwards. The FAL might jump off to the side, upwards or to the right, most commonly to the top or to the left. This makes it a little bit more accurate for blazing on the trigger, because if you do that with the M14, the gun will just keep on recoiling straight upwards, where the FAL, it might go upwards one shot and then bring itself back down to the left or to the right on the following shots. I think this is the main difference that I found from using the weapon. As for other stats, we've got reload time pretty average at 2.50 seconds or 3.10 seconds for empty. The fire rate of 625 rounds per minute as a semi-automatic single round shot, and it has a slightly smaller magazine size of 20 rounds. So like I mentioned, I've been using the M14 and the FAL recently to create these guides, and I actually found I was getting a lot better scores with the FAL, even though statistically the M14 is better because it has a higher damage multiplier on the head and the shoulders. I think the main difference is that recoil pattern. Like I mentioned, if you keep on blazing on the trigger with the M14, the gun's just got that straight up recoil tendency, so the weapon's just going to keep going more and more skywards, whereas the FAL will randomise around the centre location. Both have got the quite slow centre speed, but the M14 has the ability to attach the grip, which speeds up the centre speed. So as for recommended perk setups, it's pretty much the exact same setup as I recommended for the M14. We've got Ghost first of all. Being a weapon that you don't want to really go into one-on-one combat situations, Ghost enables you to stay off the radar, sneak around to a more of a secure location and take people out from the flank or from behind. Next up, we've got Warlord. Now the great thing about these semi-automatic weapons is that high damage, so you can really make the most of this and attach a suppressor and or extended mags or red dot sight, which we'll get to a little bit later. So the Warlord perk gives you the ability to attach 2 attachments and increases your supply of grenades. And finally, we've got the Marathon perk just to go along with Ghost to enable you to sprint to more secure locations and get around the map a lot quicker. So as we mentioned, attachments, we've got the choice of red dot sight. The iron sights on the FAL, like the M14, they're okay. They're not very they don't have very much peripheral vision, but being a long range weapon, you really could do with a nice little reticle to help connect you long range shots. Next up, we've got the option of suppressor. Being a high damage weapon, it can cope with the suppressor really well, so it's really handy to equip a silencer to keep you off the radar when firing, so it really helps when combined with Ghost to create a really stealthy equipment setup. And another option that you could go with is extended mags. That'll boost the standard 20 round magazine size up to 30 rounds. So like I mentioned, I've had quite a lot of fun using the FAL. I've had a couple of first place wins with it against people with fully autos and submachine guns, so it's definitely a great weapon to use. Have a play around with it and let me know what you think. So that's the end of the weapon guides in terms of assault rifles. I hope you enjoyed these walkthroughs and look at the stats behind the weapons. Let me know which one was your favourite. Next up, I've got a little series planned, something a little bit different, but I'll be carrying on with these weapon guides with the sniper rifles next. So if you're not subscribed already, be sure to stick around. We really appreciate you stopping by to check out any future articles. And otherwise, keep an eye out for the overviews of the sniper rifles. So I think that's about it. So I'll catch you all later.